Hey guys, Trainer DC here, coming at you with another video. Generation 10 Pokémon Wind and Waves is expected to be announced on Pokémon Day this year, being February 27th. And we know a lot about this new game, and today I wanted to focus on the gimmick for Generation 10, which is known as weather moves in the Terra League. So if you guys don't know, the Terra League is this massive leak that has been happening over the past few years regarding Game Freak, where their internal servers were hacked. And we've covered a lot of what's happened in the Terra League in other videos, but today I wanted to focus on the gimmick for Generation 10, which is weather moves. So in the leak we have for Generation's 10 gimmick, it is referred to as Tenko Waza, which can be directly translated to weather moves. So obviously there is going to be some tie into weather with this new gimmick. At the point in time when this first leak happened and we didn't know much else about it, I was saying that this could be like Z moves maybe, where we have some sort of special move that ties into the weather, just like we had these Z crystals that tied into a specific type. We also knew from the leaks that weather techniques are a new power-up expression performing an overall attack, again sounding very similar to Z moves. But since that happened back in October, more recently actually on Christmas Eve of this past year, being 2025 on December 24th, we had a video leak of a Pikachu that is kind of hued red and is basically ballooning and bubbling throughout its body. I can't show this on screen, but if you want to look it up, this video can be found very easily online. But this is the new gimmick, at least in the beta or alpha build of the game, and I'm very confused as to what it is. Another aspect of the gimmick that we know about that wasn't exactly from the Terra Leak, but is coming from Moot, who is a Twitter user who is claiming to be a leaker. He had said on a Discord server a while back, and I covered this on the channel, that what the new gimmick was going to be is that there are going to be different legendaries in this game that are called Majin. Essentially, there are Pokemon from another dimension. They're like gods, so to speak. At this point in time, we thought this region was going to be based on Greece, but apparently, as we know from the new leak, it's going to be based on Southeast Asia. But essentially, each of these Majin are going to overlook an island in this aquatic region. We have our first look at the map as well, which again, that's online if you want to find it. I won't be including it in this video, but the map has a lot of different islands on it, and apparently each of these islands is going to have a guardian, a Majin, overwatching it, very similar to what we had with the Tapus in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now, according to Moot, he was saying that essentially these Majins are going to grant powers onto Pokemon, but then there are going to be certain Pokemon that are chosen ones, so to speak, that were referred to as apostles in his leak, and they are going to undergo a transformation called Apotheosis, which was going to be a Mega Evolution like form change. Think about how Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing works. Dynamaxing works on every single Pokemon, they get some enhancements, but Gigantamaxing is exclusive to a subset of Pokemon. It's going to be the exact same here with this new gimmick. Apparently, we're going to have every Pokemon undergo some sort of power-up that they're going to be given by these Majin, these Pokemon from another dimension, but then there are certain Pokemon that are selected that are going to undergo a transformation because of these Majin Pokemon. At the point in time when this leak happened, I was a little bit skeptical on it, but I kind of believed it more than I do now, because now after seeing more from the Terra Leak, I kind of question if Moot actually has legitimate information, because at the point in time where he was leaking this, he was saying that he got this information from the anime team, so I don't know how much I really trust that, but now Moot has been posting pictures from the actual game itself, so clearly they have their hands on some sort of information from this leak, so again, take this all with a grain of salt. But as for what we know right now, piecing everything together, essentially there's going to be some sort of weather tied mechanic. That's something we know for certain, that there's going to be a mechanic that is tied to weather. We don't know exactly if this is going to be a Z move like mechanic where these Pokemon get a weather move, because this is all from before the game was even in development. This is from internal documents when they were discussing what the gimmick was going to be for Generation 10. But from the video that we have of Pikachu using this gimmick, he's ballooning and bubbling, which I don't really know what exactly that's supposed to be. If we tie this into being a weather mechanic, is he bubbling because he is now influenced by the Fire Majin, the fire deity Pokemon that is essentially making him bubble as if he's boiling water? Is that what we're looking at here? And that doesn't even tie into the aspect of that, are some of these Pokemon going to get transformations, because that's something that Moot had said, but that's not something we've seen at all from the Terra leak. As for right now, we know that weather is going to have something to do with this new mechanic. The question becomes, is it going to be like Z moves, where we have this uber powerful one-hit KO type move that can be used once per battle? Or is it going to be more involved than that we actually see these Pokemon transform and change typings like with a Mega Evolution? I would say right now, I really don't know where to put my finger on this gimmick, because that's really the one part of this leak that is the least clear to us. The least clear aspect of Generation 10 is this gimmick, because we know a little bit about it. We know that the developers were referring to it as weather moves. We know that it's going to be weather related, but outside of that, we really don't know much else about it. There's rumblings that, certain Pokemon are going to get transformations from it. There's rumblings that these powers are coming from Majin, Pokemon that are essentially like Ultra Beasts from another dimension, that are these deity godlike Pokemon. They are guarding over each island within this new region, just like the Tapus guard over the islands of Alola. But outside of that, this is the most confusing aspect of this game, and this is something that I don't think we're going to learn about on Pokemon Day. This is something that we're probably not going to learn more details about until probably June, I would say, or even May. That's usually what they do. Pokemon likes to say much of nothing about a new game the day it's announced on Pokemon Day. Sometimes they just show us a logo, which, boy, I hope this time they show more than a logo, because that would be so disappointing, because we actually know some stuff about this game already. But usually they don't show much the day it's announced, and then we get our first real details about the game in May or June, which that's probably the point in time at which we'll learn about what this new gimmick is going to be for Generation 10. But hey, once we see those Japanese logos, we're gonna know a little bit more about the gimmick, because every Japanese logo has the icon for the gimmick within it, so that would be interesting to see, at least on Pokemon Day. Anyways, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about all this. What do you guys think about the gimmick for Generation 10? Do you think it's going to be more akin to Z moves but tying into the weather? And do you think there's going to be some sort of form change that comes with this new gimmick for certain Pokemon, similar to what we saw with Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing? And what do you make of this floating Pikachu image that has been going around, this little GIF that we have? If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this from Trainer DC. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.